Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I am Nicole. I live here in India, and today I am here to do a reaction for a subscriber recommendation. My friend Rahul, hi Rahul, he said I should venture into blogs, and one of the examples he gave was BeerBiceps. Now, I had never heard of this guy before, but I went onto his channel and I did some snooping around, and I found something that I thought I might like. So, so here I am. So this is BeerBiceps fashion, and it is how to dress well for Indian men. I feel like I should almost be doing this reaction with my husband next to me, but he's not here. And he probably won't be here for a really long time because he's working really hard to support all this and all this. So, I have to go it alone. But I am a woman who happens to find Indian men attractive. So I think that I can have some sort of a reaction or valid reaction to this video. And I would like to see if I agree with his recommendations for the Indian man, how to dress handsome. Let's see. I would like to take, a stab at this. So if you haven't already, please give a like, please give a subscribe, and let's go.
What's good, everybody? How to dress better for Indian men. Now, a lot of people might get angry that I'm putting out this video on this channel, but what you need to know is that BeerBiceps has never just been a fitness channel. If you've been following me long enough, I believe in adding value to people's lives and not just teaching people about fitness. The one idea I want to promote is that as a guy, for your own long-term happiness, you need to be confident. And a big part of...
Let me stop this here. That's not just for men. That's also for women. I feel so much better about myself and just in general when I feel confident. I think, so that's not just a man thing, that's a woman thing too.
Being confident is being able to dress well, especially in India. People in our country, especially the guys, don't know much about fashion, when it's actually just about a few simple steps, just like in the case of fitness. So in today's video, I'm giving you my top 5 simple tips to dress better for men in India. Let's go.
He uses let's go too. Let's go.
Men's fashion unless you talk about shoes. Shoes absolutely complete all your outfits. And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it's what Indian guys look past. They think,
I don't know about that, but I agree with shoes. I mean, honestly, maybe not for men, but for ladies, shoes are my favorite. I love them. I collect them. I have so many. Maybe someday I'll do a video on my shoes. But also, I think, for men, a good shoe is important, but let's see how important they are.
Okay, I'm wearing a good t-shirt and good pants, and they don't really bother about the shoes that they're combining with that combination. What you need to know is that they complete your outfit. And the number one mistake Indian guys make is that they either go for sports shoes or bulky shoes with every single outfit. If you're going for a party, you cannot wear these.
I don't know if I agree with that. See, I see a lot of Indian men wearing chappals, which they don't go with everything, guys. I'm going to tell you right now.
These shoes, and you can't wear these shoes either. These don't make you look manly. This is a mistake that a lot of school kids and college kids especially make. I made this mistake too, where you go like, yeah, these shoes make me look like Rambo, and that's why they're cool. It's not like that. If you want to look classy, always go for flat-soled shoes. A great man once said that you can tell a lot about a man through the shoes that he wears. And when we're talking about shoes, when you're wearing flat-soled shoes, it kind of gives out a vibe that you're comfortable with your own height, your own look, and your own selection of fashion. And that's why if you're an Indian guy who's new to this world of fashion, start getting into loafers. That's the number one rule. They aren't even very expensive. This is for about like 1,500 rupees, and it'll last you about 20-30 wears, which is a pretty good price in my opinion.
Well, okay, some of this I agree with. Like, I like a flat sole shoe on a man. I don't know, I mean, loafers, depending on how they're cut and the design of them, if it's a suede or a patent leather or a canvas, it really does depend. I don't know if I actually like the shoes he's selected, but that's all personal choice. I do think overall, they're a much better selection than the sport shoe, the chapel, or the big clunky mountain shoe. Let's take a look at what else he has to say.
But more importantly, when we're talking about good shoes, there's a few things you need to learn. Firstly, shoes completely change the look of an outfit. If I pair this black t-shirt and blue jeans with these black Converse, it kind of gives it a more casual, boyish look. But if I pair them up with these manly boots, it amps up that manliness factor. Once again, check out these boots. They've got a relatively flat sole with just a bit of a heel. That's how you do manly correct. Not like those...
Correct.
Not like this ugly ass piece of shoe. Tip number 2.
Well, that ugly piece of shoe is correct in some circumstances or in some places. Like, you really have to decide on, are you going for a trek? Are you going for a long, long walk? Like, you don't want to have a long walk visiting another city, or, I mean, if you're walking a lot, you don't want to have, like a loafer. Maybe, it just depends on what you're doing. I think you really have to decide, am I going to the office? Am I going to a club? Am I going to be walking a lot? Am I visiting a new city? You have to weigh, the pros and cons for each shoe. So let's see what else he has to say.
The core of today's video, color combinations and clothing combinations. As a guy, your number one fashion rule in life has to be to learn combinations. Now take a look at this. This is just a pair of regular dark blue jeans, and we've got a simple black t-shirt. One of the most common, most classy combinations there is. You can't go wrong with this. I bought these jeans for about 1,500 bucks from Levi's, and it'll probably last me 4 or 5 years if the color stays. When you combine it with a black t-shirt like this that I bought for 400 bucks, it makes a completely classy look.
I have to agree with this. Like, when I am going out or when I'm traveling, I have like a capsule wardrobe, and I take a pair of jeans, a pair of black pants, and black and white t-shirts, and that's really like my staple of what I'm wearing. And then I pair it with like some sort of a jacket or a sweater or something, and my accessories make it different. So I do definitely agree with simplifying it. A black shirt, a white shirt, a pair of jeans can look great. Also, he said if the color stays, and one of the things that I learned just actually by, I think it was like one of the founders of Levi's, he said, you're not supposed to wash your jeans after every use. In fact, you don't wash them for a really long time. Like, you hang them up after you're done, unless you've gotten really dirty. And that will actually help to keep your color. And if you also pull them inside out before you wash them, it should also help to keep the blue a nice dark blue. So let's go ahead and see what else he has to say.
You need to remember these classic combinations of black t-shirt, blue jeans, or a white shirt and blue jeans. That's another classic combination.
Yep,
like this, there's 1,000. I'm not going to talk about those in today's video, but you need to educate yourself. Start reading more about fashion. Start reading about classic men's dressing. Wearing a suit, that's another classic style of men's dressing. But let's talk a little bit about color combinations. The number one way to figure out color combinations for yourself is Google. That's how I taught myself, and that's what I recommend to every single guy watching this. So if you want to figure out whether this blue t-shirt...
I have to agree. Even as an older woman, I still Google like suggestions in terms of like black shirt, blue jeans, like how to style it, different ways, because there are different ways on how to tuck a shirt, different ways on how to button a shirt. I mean, mostly for women. Sorry, guys. But, just tucking it differently or buttoning it differently can give a different look. And I use Google all the time, and I'm still probably not very good at it, but I would have to agree, if you're learning or you're not very confident in the color combinations that you're putting together, Google will help a lot.
Goes with these gray pants, just Google it. The answer is yes, it does, because these colors complement each other. But what you need to understand is that the more you experiment, the more you try out new outfits, and the more you research on Google, that's how much better you're going to get at dressing. Just like fitness, dressing is one of those things that you can work on by educating yourself constantly. Which brings me to point number 3. A lot of guys are happy with just this pair of jeans, but what you need to understand is that you can absolutely change your overall look, your overall feel, and how sexy you are by just going in for different kinds of pants. You can start off by experimenting with chinos. So again, in this case, I've got this simple grey chino. Now just picture this. These are dark blue jeans paired with a black t-shirt. It's a very dark outfit overall. If I just pair it with grey chinos instead, it kind of lightens up the whole mood. And this is also a great clubbing outfit. You can go to a club in this, you can go to a cafe for a lunch date in these clothes. It's just one of 1,000 things that you can do with chinos. If you have the money to invest in pants after you've already bought your jeans, your number one purchase should be chinos.
Okay, I think I would maybe agree with this. I love my husband in a pair of chinos. Nice.
Now chinos come in grey, blue, brown, green, red. But the ground rule in my opinion is that if you want to dress a little bit sober, all you need is a grey chino and a black chino. These are neutral colors that you can pair with almost any other color. So if you're looking to buy chinos, look a little more stylish but still save money, buy a good pair of grey chinos and a good pair of black chinos. You don't need to buy the most expensive pair. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about saving money. So invest in a medium level brand, say something like Marks and Spencer or Jack and Jones. They usually have good chinos. Zara's also got good chinos. Invest in something like that. Each of these is for about $1,500 and it'll easily last you 2 or 3 years, which I think is a very, very good investment if you're looking to look sharp at all times. Tip number 4, accessories, but more specifically watches. Accessories for guys also include flares and wristbands and other things. But I feel that classic dressing is all about keeping it classic. And the classic way of showing people that you're a classy dude is using watches. Watches kind of convey to the other person that you're a busy guy. You're a guy for whom time matters a lot. And of course, just like shoes, they complete the look of your entire outfit.
I would have to agree. For men, there aren't that many accessories that a man can use that speak about him and about what he likes and what he's doing. And like for a woman, that can be a purse. Like I could throw on the rattiest outfit, but when I grab my favorite purse, like the purse just makes it. And a watch can, I think, do the same thing for a man. I have actually gifted my husband 3 different watches throughout our 24 years together. He uses them all in different occasions, and I think having some really great statement watches is a great way to up your look as a man, and having a nice watch can definitely do that.
Also, when you combine different kinds of watches with your look, it'll absolutely change how you feel. Keep these in mind. Now, these are 2 formal watches that I can't really wear with an outfit like this. But these are 2 semi-casual watches. You can wear these with formal clothes and with clothes like this. Now suppose I'm wearing this watch. It looks a little bit professional. I can wear it to work, but I can also wear it for a date. It's not black, it's blue in the middle, so I can even wear it with a blue outfit. I can wear it with this outfit perfectly well as well because it's a neutral silver watch. This can also be worn with this particular outfit. And it's a little more almost girly, but that kind of adds another classic stylish element to it. This is a formal watch, but it'll go perfectly fine with this kind of outfit, which is a little bit badass. It kind of becomes a style statement. It's all about trying different combinations and figuring out what kind of combination works the best for you. Which brings me to my 5th and final point, which isn't really about dressing, it's more about the mentality of dressing. A lot of guys start dressing better in or after college, and when you're going through that phase where you're learning
or in or after you get a girlfriend, because we happen to help people. We do a lot of that.
About clothes, and you're learning about fashion, and you're learning about different combinations and all these rules that I've spoken about, you're a little nervous when you actually wear new clothes and you go out for parties. Just because of that.
Do you guys get nervous when you wear new clothes and go out for parties? I never have, because I always feel so confident and good in something that's new and that I know I look good in. So there's no reason to be nervous, guys, when you're wearing something new.
That a lot of guys won't experiment. They won't wear new kinds of clothes, and they'll just be a little bit afraid of, breaking the norm. Because of that, a lot of guys who wear shirts will only wear shirts for every single party. A lot of guys who like wearing polos, especially gymmers who like showing their arms, they'll only wear polos for every single party. But that's not what defines a well-dressed guy. A well-dressed guy is someone who keeps changing it up, wears shirts sometimes, wears t-shirts sometimes, wears polos sometimes.
Okay, I would have to actually disagree with this. So there is sort of spend some research or studies into this and how actual like trying to decide what you're going to wear on a daily basis can take a lot of mental space or capacity that you don't really need to do. And the older I get, the more I feel like that's totally true. So what I have done and what most people like Steve Jobs is someone that was really famous for it. He had like a particular shirt or like a turtleneck that he wore consistently, like every day. It was his wardrobe. And you find something that looks good on you, makes you feel good, and you buy a black one, a white one, a gray one. And it is okay to maintain consistency. It's okay to have a look. Many people do it, have like a wardrobe for work or maybe then something different for going out. But I would really disagree with having to like switch everything up if you're not comfortable in a short sleeve shirt, or if you happen to like a particular type of neckline, you can maintain that and it's all right. And I think that it actually, like, smarter people generally have less. It's like a capsule wardrobe, and it's cheaper. It's less taxing on your brain to, because it does, like, you wake up and you're like, what am I going to wear today? I have no idea. And I think maybe it's more of a woman thing, but I guess men can fall into that, and you don't need to. If you know you have something in your wardrobe that makes you feel confident and good and sexy, and if you have 5 of them, one for every day, of the week, or the work week, and you have something else for the weekend, that's perfectly okay. I would totally kind of disagree with this here. Sorry, BeerBiceps guy.
Times, changes up his pants, but most importantly, carries off everything with confidence. Now, you can't just get that confidence overnight, but that confidence is gained by experimenting, going out, seeing what makes you look good, figuring out what makes you look good, and figuring out what's not suited that much to your body. Obviously, there's a lot of rules that we can talk about when it comes to dressing, but what I spoke about today are the basics. Number 1 rule, shoes. Number 2, clothing and color combinations. Number 3, investing in different pants. Number 4, watches and accessories. And number 5, carrying it off with confidence. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I only know whether or not to continue
subscribe
with a certain kind of content according to your thumbs ups. So if this video helped you in any way, make sure you hit that thumbs up button.
Thumbs up for me too, please. So I would have to say that I agree with most of this. I mean, as a woman, a lot of this actually is good for ladies as well. Shoes are really important. Accessories are great. For men, like I said, watches are a big thing. I don't personally go into like jewelry and chains and other things for men. I think a couple of really nice watches can really go far. Even if you only have a couple of pair of shoes, as long as they are, they go with your clothes and they're comfortable to wear. You don't want to be stuck with, wearing something for hours that's, really hurting your feet. And I know that for a fact that men have that problem as well. It's not just a women in heels type of a thing. So you're comfortable, you're feeling confident, you like the way that you look, you're wearing something that you feel accentuates your best qualities. I think, the confidence, as he said, it's also really important. There's a famous Steve Harvey video where he says, Harvey, like, you just need a couple of different suits, like a gray suit, a tan suit, a black suit, a navy suit. And from that, and 4 different color shirts, you can make like 80 different types of combinations of outfits. And it's true. So if you have just 4 shirts, 4 different pairs of pants, and a couple of, pairs of shoes, you can mix and match everything and make it so that you're wearing something different every day, but yet very similar, which is, he had said, don't wear the same all the time, but really if you're wearing something similar, not the same, but wearing something similar all the time, or even if it is the same, as long as you're feeling good, I see no problem with that. So if you like the video and my own advice as a woman, please give a like, please give a subscribe. I really enjoyed watching this guy. He's cute and he's got a lot of good advice. So maybe we'll see another one soon. And as always, I love you and bye-bye.